Welcome to Double Expansion Featurette.
This Marlon Peaky Blinder movie.
Yeah, you liked it a lot.
I did.
Welcome to the spoiler cast. The movie is out now on Netflix and other places. This is our spoiler cast. I know people have been spoiling the fuck out of this film online, but we are going to be respectful to our good.
Cillian Murphy told us not to, and we didn't.
Our good Cillian Murphy, our good man. Last good man in cinema. So, how'd you feel about the Arthur Shelby thing? People are super divided
The
about
Last
this.
Jedi of Peaky Blinders.
Is that what people are calling it?
That's what I'm calling it. See, I kind of like it and I kind of don't, because, like, you do see throughout the show, like, Tommy's kind of
Getting sick of him.
getting sick of him, but also as well, like, he cares about him a lot. Like.
Yeah, it's kind of the whole thing.
But then again,
We are family.
like, it does show that Tommy's flawed, like.
Yeah.
But he does say he was hyped up on booze and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of, like, Peaky Blinders, he'd given all that up. So...
Yeah. Did he relapse?
No.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
Not that we know of. I mean, I guess.
But
I guess he must have.
I don't know. I have to leave that.
Well,
sitting,
he has wine.
Yeah, but he didn't drink at all. Like at the end of season 6.
Yeah, but he has wine at the in the movie.
No,
He's a
that's
wine
true.
cellar. So like, give my wine to someone, you know.
Yeah.
Give my wine to whoever, whatever. So I don't know. I mean, you liked the film
But
a
then
lot
again,
overall.
I don't know if that was always going to be part of the story, or is that because there was a reason that they couldn't bring him back for the movie, and they
Very
wrote
valid
that into
reason.
it. But I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think of it?
I just would have said like, oh, he started a new life in America or something. To be honest with you,
I
I
just
would.
would have had him kill himself. Like,
Yeah, I just wouldn't have made it the whole thing that it is in the film. Like,
but I think him dying would affect Tommy. But like, it doesn't have to be that Tommy killed him. Do you know, it could have been.
yeah, I agree. I don't know, man. Like,
I liked the fact that Tommy killed him and all this stuff until it got like he killed him on purpose. When he was like, "Oh, it was an accident," I was like, "Oh, that would would have done the same as if he killed him on purpose."
they go very big into the supernatural stuff in this film.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
I don't know how I feel about all that.
the scene where he's driving the car and he's like, "Stop, stop," and then he gets out and he sees her.
That's
standing there.
good.
That was really good.
That was really good.
That was really cool.
That was really cool. But also, like, they're trying to do this thing of like, is it his delusion, or like, are there other explanations for like it not being supernatural and whatever? And like, yeah, there are, but like, it's just
But
doesn't do it for me.
they'd always throughout the show hinted at like the gypsy supernatural stuff, but they never like
went into.
they never
it.
went to the point where it's like, oh, it's real. Like they kind of do with this stuff, like
Yeah, because like
when Grace dies in season 3.
yeah.
And it's like, oh, was it because that thing was cursed, or was it not? Like, you know,
Yeah.
So like, yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, it's weird. It's weird. I don't know.
I didn't mind it for the movie.
Yeah, but no, like the movie overall, I really did enjoy. Like, God, that scene where this is the point where if you've seen our episode 4 of our podcast, we talked about you said there's a moment where you can tell the first episode of the season would end. It's when Ada gets shot.
Yeah,
You know, because this
and they
feels
play
like
the
3
music as if
episodes.
the movie's going to end there as well. Like,
And the screen cuts to black.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that scene is that scene is one of the very few scenes in this that looks like a movie, though, if that makes sense. But also, like, I've got some problems with Tim Roth's character. If I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think his dialogue is very well written.
he's good though.
You didn't make me proud. I was like, that's such a shit line.
But all that stuff, as well as like that, would have been where he's like talking to me like, if you were my son, I would have been proud with you. It's like that
It's very
just feels-
ham-fisted.
Yeah. Whereas
Yeah.
if that was a season, you could have
Yeah.
built it.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Because he has like one interaction with him before he says that.
Yeah, and like it just makes Duke look like a fucking idiot.
It takes away from his character. It makes it all about like, oh, he cares about his dad and
And I maintain what I said in our regular show. Like, Duke having no opinion on Nazism at all is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's lazy script writing.
he calls himself the king of the gypsies. Like he's very proud of his people. You think he would be quite against that? Like,
But he has this throwaway line that is like...
see, the thing is, if you had actually taken it and it wasn't Duke, if it was his other son, you could maybe see it.
Yeah.
Why he would want his
Yeah.
approval and stuff.
Yeah.
Because of what happens in season 6 with him and his other son.
Yeah.
Like, it felt like maybe it was written to be that.
Yeah.
Or
I don't know. But I will say, like... I've lost my point. What was I saying?
that he should have more of an opinion on. the fascism and the Nazis.
Like, he just came off like, oh yeah, he has this really nihilistic line where he says, the world never gave a shit about me, so why should I give a shit about the world? But like, from my understanding of the show, like, that's not true.
Which is weird though, because his character in season 6, he wouldn't say something like that. Like,
yeah,
it's not a major role, but you wouldn't see him saying something like that. And
he's like, Dad never did anything for me. Like, he gave you the Peaky Blinders. He made you the man that you are now.
He's like, season 6, he goes out of his way to find him and bring him into the family and stuff like that.
You're the king shit of fuck mountain. What the hell do you mean the world never did shit for me? It makes no sense. And it's such a throwaway line to just like make this character have no opinion on Nazism, which again, like I said in the main show, very prevalent first world countries become fascist. So you'd think the writers would have something to say about it, but no, you know. But you think there'd be some social commentary?
I think everything stems from the fact that like it should have been a TV show season, and all these things you would have fleshed out more, and they would have been fine.
Yeah, no, 100%. I just think that like the first half of the script is written very lazy, and the second half of the script is written pretty good, but it didn't hit as hard for me because the first half is written just like
it looks different as well, the way it's shot.
Totally different. Also, for those of you who've seen the movie now, I mentioned this in the main show. There's a scene in this movie that was maybe the worst scene I've ever seen on the silver screen, which was when Tommy is on the black horse. They played the slow down version of Right Hand, which I don't know about you, but that didn't hit for me.
It's just because it was the theme song to the show. That's why they did it.
Yeah, but did you like it, or did it feel self-indulgent?
It didn't bother me. Like, I didn't think much of it.
Yeah, but I think that like they threw that scene in there because they were like, this is gonna rile
They should have played that song when he did his little suit up after getting with Rebecca.
Yeah, they should have. Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. We'll talk about that in a second. But fucking, he's riding his horse down Birmingham, and it's a bombed out street, and it looks awful. It looks atrocious. And I know you can't actually bomb out Birmingham or whatever, but like, give him some more budget. Fuck, that looked bad. So I can never go back. I can never go back. Gets whole once. We are so back.
It's when he's just putting on the jacket and he's walking out with the strut. I'm like, do you know what, man? Rebecca Fergusson probably would do that.
Absolutely. It was really funny.
But
though.
Even them getting together felt very forced.
It did, yeah. It did feel very forced.
Because like when they got together, I was starting to question: is she actually is she the sister and the mother of Duke is dead, or is she Duke's mother and she's pretending to be the sister to get into his life, kind of a thing? But they just didn't do anything with it. So
I feel like he would have been more receptive to the actual one, though. No.
Yeah. So she was his mother. Like.
Yeah. I don't know. It was weird. The funniest line in the movie goes to Johnny Dogs. Oh, man, what's the line?
He was on about like Tommy going back to save his son, and he was like, "Oh, if you're the father and he's the son, then Johnny Dogs is the Holy Spirit. He's gonna need that fucking revolver, Tom." It was something like that.
So good.
He was just gold though. Like his character, even in the show, is just so funny.
He is very funny. But yeah, no. Like overall, I like the film, but it's just like there's so many points to it.
I felt really bad for Johnny Dogs in the end. Everyone he knows is gone.
Yeah. Well, there's a sequel show in the works, right?
Yeah. But he gets the car.
He gets the car. That's very.
That was
true.
the best scene in the movie. Where he's like, "Give my car to Johnny Dogs," and then he's like, "Oh, give the horses to someone who won't find any work for them.
Mm-hmm.
Give the bullets to people who won't have any use for them."
Yeah.
That whole thing was just well written. Like.
It was well written. It was. Look, I said this in the car when we were coming back from the movie yesterday. You could sell me on the premise of this movie with it not being a Peaky Blinders movie. Yeah. It is a bunch of World War I veterans coming out of retirement to prevent a Nazi attack in mainland England during the year 1940. That's fucking awesome. And the parts of the movie that are doing that are fucking awesome. But the parts of the movie that are dealing with the legacy of the Peaky Blinders are not that interesting.
Yeah, it didn't have to be Peaky Blinders, yeah.
You know? And this isn't me making a case for divorcing the movie, but it's just the fact that, like, there's two stories being told. There's the death of Tommy, and there's one last round against fascism.
But as well, like...
And they don't work together
but
that
like,
much.
would the Nazis even go to the Peaky Blinders to distribute that? Like, you've seen enough gangs throughout the rest of the show that aren't gypsies or that aren't Jews or whatever.
They're not the most subtle people. Like.
That they probably would go. Like, they obviously wouldn't go to the Jews. But
Yeah.
like, they probably would go to, maybe the Italian gang or.
Yeah, I don't know, man. They're not the most subtle people, you know. Yeah. At least they're clearly not under Duke Shelby, you know. His opening scene is probably my favorite scene of his in the film when they roll in and.
Would you leave the Peaky Blinders to a boy like me?
Fuck's sake.
I don't know why I expect him to have that voice. Like. You have seen the Banshees of Inisherin, haven't you?
Yeah, yeah. No, you said you expected him to talk like that when he showed up.
Imagine it. He's like, kill me, son, kill me. Hi, Dad, I couldn't do that. You wouldn't give the bullet to a boy like me, would you?
Oh, fuck. No, you know, his opening scene when he shows up with, and he's, you know, they've been made like special constabulary or like special constables or whatever. That scene's pretty cool. Also nice that the film was dedicated to the workers that were actually killed in that bombing. Yeah. It was nice as well. But, yeah, no, I mean, like, overall, I liked the film, but I feel like this film is two films. They're two scripts, and they don't work with each other that much. I think it's mostly just in theaters to be eligible for awards, or because Cillian pushed really, really hard for it, which I respect, and it deserves to be in theaters. But like I said, ultimately, like in the main show, cinema's going to forget about this film, and that's okay. I don't think it's the best film ever. I don't know. In my opinion, I wouldn't review it as highly as a lot of people are reviewing it.
What do you think about his death in the end?
Like, it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have foreseen that being the death of Tommy Shelby, like.
Yeah, I would have thought he would have, like...
I kind of wanted him to get worse, not better. Does that make sense? Before,
but the way...
I wanted they really gave him the Jax Teller.
Yeah.
I wanted him to get worse, and then have a good moment at the end. Because throughout all the work he does in the film, which isn't that much, he just saves his son. He does stop the Nazis from crashing the UK economy, obviously. That's a very good thing. I'm not discrediting that. But, like, in the moment of watching the film, it doesn't feel like that character is redeemed for all of his sins for me. Especially because this film levels more on him. He blames himself for the death of Ada because he didn't listen to her and just come back home. He had to get the shag from Rebecca Fergusson first before he could convince himself that was the right move. And he murdered Arthur Shelby in cold blood, drunk or not.
If you go back, everyone who's died in his life, which was one thing I didn't like. They only ever mentioned Ruby and...
They don't mention Finn.
They only mentioned Ruby and Arthur as people of death. But, like, Grace died because of his involvement with the Russians.
Yep.
Then... Well, to be fair, Ruby just died of sickness. That was not into him. He killed Arthur. John died because he went after the Italians after Grace died.
Yep.
Then Polly died because of his involvement with the IRA.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to be fair, she died in real life, so they had to
do something. Yeah.
But and then he kills Michael as well in the final season. So everyone in his family has died indirectly or directly by him.
Yeah, but if you're going to take on that responsibility, you have more redemption to do. In my head, like. And I get the trope of, like, if I can just save one person, it's all been worth something. I understand that. I've seen movies before. I've read Fate Stay Night, but Fate Zero, but as
well, one thing I just thought of there where you're saying that, they didn't do anything about Ada's son after she died.
He vanishes. That's the last scene he's in, I think.
But there could have been a whole conflict there between him and Duke and him and Tommy and stuff like.
Yep. But no. Yeah. Tim Roth was good in the movie.
They're all great. I don't think there was
there was no bad.
I think actually the weakest link in the movie, and I don't think it's down to his acting. I think it's how he's written, was Barry Keoghan.
Yeah, 100% agree.
But I think that's how he's written.
It was how he's written. Every time he's actually doing things I'm interested in, he's engaging. But as a character, Duke Shelby just doesn't do it.
I think he's better in the season he was in before. The way he.
I fully believe that. Yeah.
But
down to writing.
I had a feeling that Tommy was going to die in the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Didn't expect Arthur to die. Didn't expect Ada to die.
You reminded me. I want to touch on this. I thought it was so cringe that he's writing a book and it's called The Immortal Man, and that's why the movie's called that. Yeah. It's too much for me. Too much for me, to be honest. I was like, yuck, that's gross.
But even if that was a show, they could have fleshed out more of, like, everyone he knows is dead and he's the last one. So he feels like his Immortalness is his suffering.
Yeah. No, I get why it's called that, but I think that he called his own book that. I'd be like, if I wrote a book about me and called it, you know, the great comprehender Sean.
Yeah.
You'd be like, will you fuck off? Get your head out of your hole. Why are you bigging yourself up? No one's gonna buy that book. What are you doing? Like,
I would have been, and this is such a small thing. If he died, and before he died, if he didn't say in the bleak midwinter, I would have been pissed.
Yeah,
I would have been so pissed.
yeah.
Because that's like the thing they said when they thought they were going to die in World War One.
Yeah.
And then every time one of them thinks they're going to die, they say that. Like,
yeah.
So if he didn't say it, I would have been vexed, but he said it.
He said it.
The last thing he says.
Yeah.
Or does he say peace at last? It's one of those two. He says both of them.
I think he says both. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the bleak midwinter, peace at last. I think that's the line. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Because he says in season 6 when the show ends and he's about to kill your man, and the bell goes off, he says peace at last. And I think that's the last thing he says in the show.
Yeah.
So he said both those things.
Like, I don't think it's a bad ending to a character that is effectively a World War One veteran, but considering that we know him as Tommy Shelby the gangster.
But you stopped when he was still Tommy Shelby the gangster. He goes more into the
politics
side.
Yeah. No, I get that, but also, like, politicians are gangsters.
Yeah.
Just different kind, you know.
Yeah.
Either way, my opinion definitely means less than
But I
yours
liked
in
it.
this
But then
instance.
you said as well, like, if, like, does that add anything to the ending after what the show had done? And I was like, when you put it like that, it doesn't really.
Yeah.
It's like DLC.
DLC, yeah. Optional expansion. Yeah.
But I'm glad I watched it, like, but
Yeah.
like, if I was to rank the season, the show, and the film in like a list, I think that would be maybe at the very bottom or very close to the bottom.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Where does Adrian Brody fit in on your list?
See, for a lot of people, they think that's the best season. I don't think so.
No,
I'd have it somewhere middle, close to the bottom. There's a lot of good stuff in that season.
There is good stuff in the season, yeah.
I really liked. I think season 6 is good as well, but that'd be lower for me.
Yeah.
I think season 2 maybe, or season 5 would be my favorite.
Okay.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, season 2 is good.
Season 5, I think you really like when they start to bring the Nazi stuff.
Yeah.
With Oswald
cool.
Mosey. Oh, man.
Any final thoughts before we sign off on this? No?
I think, to be fair though, in the whole thing, that is the best character he's ever played, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I like Jim.
Oh, yeah, Jim's good as well.
Yeah. I don't know. He's played a lot of great characters.
Out of all the characters he's ever
his
played...
character in When the Chicks the Barley is so good.
I'm going to rewatch that, I think, this weekend.
Yeah, you should. That could be a review for next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the podcast.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Good film. Good film. I had a good time.
Yeah.
I like Cabe more.
Cabe. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Cabe tier. Yeah.
The Immortal Cabe.
The Immortal Cabe.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.